Gabriel Noronha is a former special advisor for Iran at the U.S. State Department and the executive director of Polaris National Security. Mr. Noronha is joining us live from Washington, D.C. Welcome to the show, sir. 200 days of conflict, more than 34,000 deaths later and counting. If you could put yourself in the shoes of the Israeli Prime Minister, what would you do right now and at this moment?
Well, thank you for having me. I think Prime Minister Netanyahu's mandate from his own supporters is quite clear. It's the full demilitarization of Gaza. That includes going into Rafah, but it also includes a long-term prospect of de-radicalizing the population in Gaza and rebuilding the area for them in a way that something like October 7th doesn't happen again. Both of these tasks are extremely difficult. I'm hearing that the invasion in Rafah is probably going to come next month, but it's an extraordinarily difficult logistical challenge, trying to provide places for everyone who's currently in Rafah to escape to, so there's not extraneous civilian deaths in the next invasion.
Mr. Gabriel, Israel is now fighting a war on three fronts, Hamas on one side and Hezbollah, Iran, Houthis on the other. Do you think that will exhaust Israel, or you, having been a special advisor for Iran, what can be done to solve these border tensions in West Asia?
So I think Israel's military is actually still far superior to the combined forces of Hamas, the Houthis, Hezbollah, and even Iran. If it were an all-out war, they would still manage to defeat all of them simultaneously, but it would come at tremendous cost to Israel. And so what they are trying to do is finish the battle in Rafah and eliminate Hamas, and then they will have to deal with the threat from Hezbollah in the north. The Houthis are still so far away. They're separated by all of Saudi Arabia, and the Houthis haven't been successful in actually taking out any Israeli military capabilities. They're mostly focused on harassing shipping in the Red Sea. The Iranians in this recent tit-for-tat escalation showed that they actually don't have much of an ability to strike inside Israel. Their missiles and their drones all got shot down or malfunctioned on the way there. And so Israel is feeling a lot more confident today than it did 6 months ago. They believe that they actually do have military superiority. And I think the other forces also recognize that this is the case now. And so the prospects for war are actually decreasing, since they understand that attacking Israel would be very disastrous for them.
What if we flip the coin and focus on the Hamas? It's not that they're blind to what is happening in Gaza. What role can they play, or what is this, or is that one thing that they can do to end this altogether?
Well, they understood from day one when they attacked Israel that they could not defeat Israel on the battlefield. They're far, far inferior military. Their strength lies in their information warfare and their propaganda efforts. They want their own people to be killed so that they can go and sort of use the international media to convince the world that they are the victims. The whole point of this is to put enough political pressure on Israel that it stops the offensive and allows Hamas to regroup again, to attack again. I'm not sure Hamas actually wants to be saved. It wants perpetual warfare against Israel. It wants to continue the intifada. And so one thing that we've seen is in the current negotiations, Hamas has been the one that has been moving the negotiating goalposts continuously, demanding more and more from Israel in exchange for the release of prisoners and in exchange for a ceasefire. So they've neglected and turned down, I think, the last 3 or 4 ceasefire opportunities that have been negotiated by France, by Turkey, by other countries. Hamas is turning them down. I'm not sure if there's anything that Hamas actually wants at this point other than continuous war.
All right, I've been talking to Gabriel Noronha, who is a former special advisor for Iran at the U.S. State Department and the executive director of Polaris National Security. Gabriel, thank you very much for talking to WION The World is One today.
Thanks for having me.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.